Do you want to travel like a pro? In this video, we're going to give you 10 tips on how you can make your travel experience even better.
As soon as we can. Hey guys, I'm Andrea.
And I'm Rick.
So with the vaccine coming, finally we're going to be able to travel again. And for this reason, we want to give you some tips on how to augment your travel experience. Wow, that's a nice word.
Augment.
Augment.
I think he swallowed it in a dictionary today.
Possibly. Anyways, we have some tips for you guys and you're going to enjoy them.
Yes, so number one, guys, when you are booking a flight, book the most direct route possible.
Exactly. Oh, it might be a little cheaper if you do like 4 or 5 or 6 stops in between. But keep in mind, every time you add a stop, you have a chance of getting delayed and you have a chance of losing your connection.
Yeah, and how many times does this happen when we are running through the airport to get to our next destination?
And that might cause losing 1 day of your vacation. So if you're away for 7 days and you lose 1 day traveling because you lost the connection, think about it.
Sure, well actually I have a very good example of that.
Yes.
When we went on our last trip to Antarctica, so our closest airport is Bologna in Italy, and for us, we flew to Santiago, Chile.
Yes.
So for us, the most direct route was from Bologna to Paris, and then Paris to Santiago, Chile.
Yes.
Simple. But in order to get this flight, it was not the cheapest flight.
No.
It was a little bit more expensive, but other flight options wanted us to go to New York and then Miami and then or LA, Frankfurt to LA and then down to South. And these options might have been a little bit cheaper, but they would have made us lose a full day.
Yeah, exactly, a full day of traveling.
Or more with jet lag.
Exactly.
So.
Or if you lose a connection, an entire day or two. And not only that, maybe you make your connection, but your luggage don't.
Oh.
So keep in mind, the best way, always the direct way.
Yes.
Now, there's a difference between direct flight and non-stop flight. And also people make a mistake and they think those two terms are interchangeable.
Even online, the word direct and non-stop don't mean the same thing.
Exactly. So non-stop means that you get on the plane in airport A and you get off on the plane at your destination with no stops in between. Direct flight means you go from airport A to airport B, which is your destination, but you might stop in between.
That's right, and you might change planes.
You might change planes.
But you're only on one ticket.
Exactly, it's one ticket, but it's multiple stops. Can be multiple stops. So keep in mind, when you book a ticket, you want to book a non-stop.
Exactly, that's great advice. Number 2, sign up for your favorite airline's loyalty program and stick with it.
Stick with it, that's the problem, that's the most important part.
Yeah.
So we don't know how loyalty programs are gonna survive after COVID, they might not. But so far, every time we flew with an airline and we had a good loyalty program and we had some status with them, we got some little perks. And it's usually pretty good.
Yeah, so far Aeroplan has been very good to us, but they've completely devalued their points. So I haven't had enough time to evaluate and see if it's worth it to continue or not. We might have to look into a different loyalty program and maybe something with a different credit card or something like that.
But yeah, always check, because maybe you don't get a free flight, but you get a free piece of luggage or free priority boarding.
Or the lounge.
Or the lounge. So these little perks, they actually tend to give you a better experience when you travel. So keep in mind, stick with the loyalty program of your choice and accumulate some status.
Exactly. Now, number 3. Pack smart.
Pack smart. So I'm going to do an entire video about packing, but we have some tips in this video as well on what you can do to pack better.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Go ahead.
3 shirts. 2 pairs of pants or shorts. And one outfit, like in one nice outfit for you to go out. Well, there's always a Ross or a Winners somewhere else.
Anyway, I'm joking.
One underwear and 1 pair of socks for every single day you're going to be away.
Yeah.
Or between laundry.
Between laundries. So we like to travel with carry-ons, It's our favorite way to travel, so we don't have to wait for a suitcase to arrive at the carousel. That sometimes it's a major problem.
Yeah.
But sometimes you can't because you have to pack different kind of clothes with you. So always bring a carry-on with you, and there's a few essentials you always have to put in your carry-on and never in your check bag. Care to explain?
Sure. So, well, COVID has taught us that we should bring a lot more medications than we are used to. So we recommend now 3 months of medications. Even if you're going away for a week, just bring 90 days worth in the bottle or in the package that has the prescription on it.
With your name.
The label. Yeah, with your name on it.
Yes. And I think you have to bring nowadays, it's always brings a face mask and sanitizer. Unfortunately, we live in the COVID time, and unfortunately, these two essentials became essential.
And not only that, soon we're all going to have a COVID passport, or we're going to have to prove that we've had a vaccine in order to travel. It's coming. IATA, the International Airline Association, they're already working on this right now. This is coming. Expect it. Whether or not you agree with the vaccination, if you're going to want to travel in 2021,
you need it.
It's going to be necessary.
Another thing you always have to pack in your carry-on and never in your check bag are all the documents. Your passport, your IDs, your visas, and always print the confirmation for hotels, transportation, cruises. Never rely on electronic one as well, because sometimes your phone cannot connect to the internet.
Or what if you lose it?
So always print a hard copy of your reservation and keep it in your carry-on.
That's right, exactly. And change of clothes. Underwear.
In your carry-on.
This is where underwear.
Yep.
What if your big bag that you check
is misrouted and you have to wait a day or two before you get it? So always bring a change of clothes with you.
Yeah.
Good idea. And another thing you always have to remember, bring an extra pair of glasses if you wear glasses, or if you wear contact lenses, bring an extra set of lenses and a cleaning solution in your carry-on.
That's great advice.
The 100 milliliter one, because you are not checking the bag, but...
That's great advice.
Yes, always.
Number 4, make your bag recognizable.
Yes, make your bag recognizable. So you remember at the carousel sometimes lots of bags look alike. And
that black bag?
Yeah, that black bag. And some people might take your bag by mistake. So make it recognizable. And
put a big, if I can recommend, a giant flag from wherever you are, like a giant flag, wherever.
Yeah.
Or,
something that makes your bag more unique.
Because lots of people think about a red ribbon, but how many times you've seen a red ribbon at the airport?
On a black bag.
Yeah. Big, giant flag.
Something, yeah. Another thing, it's very important. This is a tip that the person told us that works on a cruise ship.
Oh, yes.
Always put your name tag on the suitcase, but not only that. Inside, put in your name, your address, and a copy of your itinerary. Because if the bag gets lost, most likely they're going to open the bag. And if they find your itinerary inside, it's going to be much easier for them to reroute your bag to your final destination.
That's great advice. And actually your phone number and email address, all of that.
Everything. So print a copy of this, put it inside the bag, and hopefully it's already lost. But if it gets lost, you have more chances of getting it quicker.
Yep. Great advice. And now for number 5, arrive at the airport in advance.
Yes. There's nothing worse than run to the terminal and catch your flight, like by the skin of your teeth. You always want to arrive at the airport a little bit in advance and relax. That's going to make for your trip much better.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
But not too far in advance.
Not too far in advance, but in an hour or two, that gives you the chance of relaxing in the airport. Maybe have a glass of water, maybe a drink, sit down. And that's gonna make you step on a plane much more relaxed.
Actually, as a bonus, if you have an early morning flight, you might stay at the airport overnight.
Yes, if there's an hotel at the airport, consider staying at the hotel. Yeah. In the morning, you don't have to wake up super early. You just have breakfast and walk on the plane.
Exactly. Number 6. Check in online as soon as you can.
Yes, unless you are able to pre-book your seats.
Oh yeah, of course. If you can pre-book your seats, which is a good idea if you are tall, like
If
this
you're tall
person
like
is.
me.
For me, I don't even. If you guys can't see this, but my feet don't even touch the ground, so makes no difference. But
yeah, try to find a good seat on the plane is always a good idea. And ideally, in my opinion, the front of the plane is always better than the back of the plane.
well, I would agree with that. Hello, business class.
Yeah, because you could hear less noise from the engine and less turbulence on the front of the plane.
That's
so
right.
if you can, book your seat in advance or check in as soon as you can.
Exactly. Now, number 7 is my absolute favorite. Dress comfortable.
He's a pro at that.
Pajamas. I mean, this year in 2020, everybody has learned how to wear pajamas all the time. I'm like totally in my element because I wear pajamas and sometimes I even take my socks off, but that kind of grosses them out.
I know. You travel on a plane like it's at home, but it's
Well,
okay.
yeah, of course. I feel like I'm at home.
Dress comfortably. Ideally, wear like very comfortable shoes that you can take out easily, especially if it's a long flight.
That's great advice.
Yes.
And watch a movie if you can and relax.
That's going to help you with the jet lag as well.
By
And
the
by the
way,
way,
go ahead.
if you want more tips on how to prevent the jet lag, there's a good video here for you.
There you go. Next, number 8.
Number 8.
Low-cost airlines are not always cheaper.
No. Sometimes, if you put together all the add-ons, you will discover they're pretty much the same price.
And if you have a problem, low-cost airlines have no customer service. Zero.
Yeah, zero.
Whereas if you're traveling with a mainstream, with a big airline, they will do a better job by default to help you out.
So if you think about it, you take a low-cost airline, but then you have to pay for your carry-on, which is the free one usually is tiny. So you have to pay for your carry-on, you have to pay for your bag, you have to pay for your seat. Sometimes you even have to pay for your boarding pass.
That's right. So, well, if you don't get it on your phone, this particular airline will charge you 75 euros.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you don't already have it.
You have to pay for your seat. Otherwise, you have to sit wherever. So adds all this up, and you're gonna spend the same as flying with a major airline. So do your math.
Yeah. Look, at the end of the day, flying a 737 from point A to point B costs about the same if it's a mainstream airline or a low-cost airline.
And they have to make the money somehow.
Well, yeah, and that's it. That's exactly it. They got to get that money somehow. So
yeah.
Number 9, limit alcohol.
Limit alcohol consumption on the plane.
That's right.
Yes, so when you're on the plane, the air is pressurized, and that makes you absorb your alcohol much quicker.
Yeah.
So try not to drink too much if you want to avoid a bad hangover the day after.
That is so true, because if you're hungover the day after, you lose a day.
Exactly.
And how often do you get to go on these long vacations?
Yeah, even worse if it's a short vacation. You go away for 7 days and you spend 1 day in bed because you have a splitting headache. Not a good idea.
No.
And on top of that, it's bad for your jet lag. So if you're
have
to deal with jet lag, and if you get hangover, it's going to take much longer to deal with jet lag.
On my latest flight, I was by myself on my latest flight, and I was alternating. I was doing 1 glass of champagne, 1 glass of water. Actually, it was 1 glass of champagne, 1 bottle of water, 1 glass of champagne. I was doing this the whole flight.
And that's another good thing. Drink a lot of water on the plane.
Definitely. And number 10, finally. Let your bank know you're traveling.
Very important.
Yep.
Because sometimes they think that they don't know you're traveling, and they block your credit card while you're abroad because they see a charge out of your country. And there's nothing worse than being abroad and not being able to use your credit card.
That's right. So maybe keep also a second credit card from a different bank in your on you that you don't use, and just in case.
Call your Visa company, call your bank, and say, hey, I'm going to whatever country for 2 weeks. So please make sure that if there's a charge on my credit card from this particular country, it goes through. And that's going to save you some major headaches.
That's great advice. Folks, which one was your favorite tip from these 10?
Let us know.
Yeah, let us know in the comments below.
And meanwhile, subscribe for this channel and you will never miss a video.
That's right. And you'll get us like right away.
I know. Well, guys, thank you so much.
See ya.
Bye, guys.